Welcome to Your Mindset Matters, and obviously in a different place today. I'm not in the forest at Thetis Lake, where I'm actually in our backyard. And the reason I'm here is because, as you can tell, the sun is quite low. It's September and it's harvest time. And as some of you would know also that at the beginning of COVID, beginning of all that craziness, I watched an amazing documentary called The Biggest Little Farm. And because of that, I was inspired to turn our backyard, a third of an acre, into, sort of the biggest little farm. And I got my hands on every fruit tree that I could find, and every fruit bush, every vine, turned beds for vegetables, like you name it, I grew it. And it has been an amazing journey for 3 years. And every year I learned something. And what was so fascinating about this year, and this was a big one for me, is that, I studied graphic design at Emily Carr when I lived in Vancouver. And so I'm a little OCD around appearance sometimes, right? I like things to be aligned. I like things to be clean and neat, properly spaced, and all that sort of stuff. And so in the first 2 years of this backyard, everything was weeded and pruned and looked nice. And I was more concerned with the appearance of this garden than I was necessarily with what it was growing. Last year, I read something that said Mother Nature grows the weeds she needs, and it put me on this trajectory towards this idea of having a cover crop and regenerative farming. And we were already an organic farm. I don't spray anything on here. I don't use any fertilizers or anything like that. So I thought, okay, I'm going to compromise the appearance of this backyard for what it is we're growing it for, right? For the fruit and for the vegetables. And so I did that. I put clover all through the bottom of these fruit trees and some of the blueberry bushes and the grapes and the kiwis. And it has been one heck of a summer. What a difference in letting weeds grow where they want to and not being obsessed with pruning this thing and weeding this place. The result has been, where are we? Here's some beautiful pears that are ready for picking. And then if you come down here, I love it. We're on Vancouver Island and we have Ontario grapes that are ready for picking as well. And our apple tree, we had 100 apples last year. This year we got 2. And it turns out that some apple trees have a rest year. Who knew? I didn't know that. Our kiwis, again, covered in clover at the bottom. I'll show you. Intermixed with blueberry bushes. The vines look really healthy, but we haven't got any fruit yet. And we're told 3 to 5 years. So hopefully next year or the one after that, right? And so the point being is that I just think Mother Nature is such a beautiful metaphor for building a high-performance team, right? Because it is all about patience. It is all about synergy, working with her, not against her. And that's what I've tried to do. I've tried to let her take the lead, asking myself what worked, what didn't, and what am I going to do differently next year? You talk about delayed gratification. There is none greater than growing a vegetable garden or fruit trees. You find out every year if you did it right, not every week. And so it is all about patience. It is about putting yourself amidst process and really buying into the idea, okay, what's going to make a difference? This is about the long win, if you will. And I've learned so much, not just about, I won't be so bold as to say farming, but I've learned so much about this process. And the more I learn, the more I realize it mimics everything I've learned from coaching in trying to coach a high-performing team. There's just so many parallels. So I think, in terms of Your Mindset Matters, it's really about having the understanding that when we are trying to build high-performing teams, it is about synergy. It's working with competitors. It's working with our team. It's about engaging in long-term process, not looking for quick fixes, It's about creating a holistic environment. This is a holistic environment. The notion of letting weeds grow and having a cover crop is about creating a holistic environment for the plants to grow. No surprise, it's been the best summer we've had yet, as far as I'm concerned anyhow. It doesn't look nearly as nice as it looked last summer, but so what? The point of this is is to produce fruit, not have it look beautiful. And it looks beautiful in its own kind of weird, messy way. But that's what process is about. That's what high performance is about. Is getting stuck into the mess of it, right? To the work of it. That sometimes it can be ugly. Sometimes it doesn't go the way we think it will. And we have to be patient and willing to step back and correct course. And I'll tell you, this garden has been, the food has been amazing, right? But what I've learned from this has been equally amazing. So, yeah, I just wanted to share in terms of what's going on in our backyard, in terms of the food we've been growing, and also, just to sort of give you that nudge. If you don't grow your own food, I don't care if it's one tomato plant on your balcony. Everybody should try it. It's so frickin' rewarding to put something in the ground, have it grow, pick it, and then eat it. It tastes better just because, right? Just because you worked so hard and waited so long. So I wanted to get that part across as well. Okay, so take care, everyone, and go find some local fruit at the very least and enjoy. It's a wonderful time of year during harvest. Okay, we'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.